Linwood, how you doing, sir? How's everybody? Come on in. Let us know where you're calling in from. I see Linwood's from DC, right down the street from me. All right, Italy, how you doing, sir? All right. Welcome,
Thank you,
everybody.
BW.
Welcome, welcome. All right, all right, all right. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna make sure everyone's muted. Let's do that. Let's mute everyone. All right. And then Albert, you can unmute yourself just in case. Yes, yes, yes. And so what I want to do right now is I want to welcome everybody out. We're going to talk about the staking program, the BTC staking program. And it's an amazing program. And people don't really have the real gist of what this program really means and how big it is. But a lot of people in the crypto world are very, very excited about it. We have the opportunity to actually break this into the community, the crypto community, and take advantage of something that's not just long-term, but it's also short-term, depending on your blood, equity, sweat that you want to put into it. So what I want to do right now is I want to introduce a friend of mine, which happens to be the CEO of PunkPanda, Albert Muir, and we're also joined with Frank, by the way, and I'm sure he'll come in and give his insight on this program because he has a little to do with helping this program launch the way it is today. So Albert, if you would just take over now, and I know people really want to know the details about this so they can know how they can actually benefit and how they can go out and actually show this to people, all right? Thank you, Albert.
Okay, thank you, TW. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure right now whether I really want to cry for some people or if I want to laugh. Because, you know, a week ago, we had a corporate call. And during that corporate call, we said, we've got our 1-year anniversary coming up. We're going to have a half-life for the PPM. And we've just hired 2 major marketing agencies, one out of Dubai, one out of the USA, that's going to be marketing us and pushing. They're going to start just a couple of days. You'll start to see some information now, but you'll start to see a lot more as the anniversary gets closer. And they'll be on board with this, one company for 4 months and another company for 3 months. And they're going to be, their target is to go get investors, a new set of eyes to come and take a look at PunkPanda. They've been highly successful in the past. And we told everybody, when you withdraw these tokens, you might not want to sell them right now. Now would not be a good time, but sure as the sun came up, everybody took the tokens that withdraw this month and it went and sold them. And so I'm not sure whether to cry or whether to laugh. You know, I said you have a mixed emotion because some really good things are going to be happening here. One, it should be any time now. There's actually going to be a mining button. So I want to make you aware of this. There's going to be a mining button that is going to be put on the app. And you'll see it in the staking wallet where it says staking withdraw. You'll see a new button there called mining. And you have to open the app and you have to go there once every 24 hours and click on that button. Now, there's no penalty if you don't. Let's say you don't click it for after 24 hours goes by, and then for a couple hours you forgot to click it. It just means no rewards were given to you during that 2-hour period. Okay, if you forget to click it for 1 week, no rewards come in. One, this helps us reduce the number of people that might be putting bots in. So that's a good thing. And 2, for people that are just inactive, you know, they downloaded the app, 6 months ago and have never opened it. So it's just a way of rewarding the community more. And also just for the pure analytics of it. When investors come and look, when Apple, they do their looks and stuff of actually helping us share the app with other people, they're looking and they're seeing activity that's taking place, and it's taking place every day. So we felt that was a win-win-win situation all the way around. So the PPM is coming to a half-life. This is actually great news because most tokens, and when you take Bitcoin, right before a half-life and then thereafter is when the price increases the most. So that brings us to the Bitcoin staking program. So right now our PPM's at 20 cents, and we've had quite a lot of success here with the Bitcoin staking program. And as many of you know, a certain percentage of the money that goes into this Bitcoin staking program goes into us taking a certain percentage of that and actually buying the tokens back off the Web3 page that we have. And then we actually stake them. So we have a lot of funds sitting there ready to do buys, and we'll be doing the buys over here over the next 7 days. We spread them out. So we probably have enough funds sitting there to right now to almost triple the price of what PPM is right this second, okay? Because it was driven down so low. So BNB has gone up during that time period and PPM has gone down. So over the next 7 to 10 days, we'll go in and we'll do those buys. But currently right now we have a 54,000 PPM that we've staked just off the buyback of this. So once again, this is a win-win situation for the community here. So let me just run through this PowerPoint. And then when I get somewhere towards the halfway point or something like that, I'm going to bring Frank in and let him discuss what he's been finding out there in the field and things like that. Let me see where I got to go here. Okay, here we go. So basically, you just got to ask yourself these 3 questions. Look, I'm not sure how to get this up to full PowerPoint. Sorry about that. And okay, I'll just roll it. Okay, so we're going to sit here. And when you stake PPM, and you can actually, we lowered this to 250. So there's an option back there. And what you're going to do is you just go to the punkpandafarm.com, you log in, and you have to have a referral link. So if you don't have a referral link, get the person that invited you. And then you'll see it's called BTC special program. So go into the BTC staking program, and that's where you would actually see some options there. There is a $250 option, and then 1,000 or more falls into a little bit of a different category. And what's wonderful about this, you can either select monthly or quarterly payments. Those payments will be paid to you in Bitcoin. Okay, so the staking rewards paid monthly range in, and if you choose 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, and once again, this is the $1,000 and above option here. Okay, is you would receive 8%, 18%, or 26%. And right at the time that you actually do the staking, it's actually going to calculate the actual percentage. It's fixed, and it's actually going to show you how much BTC you'll receive every month or every quarterly, depending on what choice you have taken. Okay, so you can see here, if somebody staked 10,000 and they elected to be paid quarterly. So this would be the total rewards would be 1,200. So they earn 12% on a 1 year. So you can see on 3 years, it'd be 33% if they chose to be paid quarterly, and they would receive 9,900. You basically just doubled your investment there. Let alone, this is what you're paid in Bitcoin, let alone what you're holding in PPM, and the PPM was staked for 3 years, but when you purchase the PPM today, it would be 21 cents. So just understanding the market cycle is here, we're talking about the Bitcoin cycle. And the reason that we're doing this, and we feel that this is the perfect program at the perfect time, is that Bitcoin has been in a consolidation period. So before we even announced this, we had been purchasing Bitcoin at 18,500, 19,000. If Bitcoin right now was at 50,000, 60,000, this program might not have worked out, and we might not have introduced it. But because Bitcoin has been at such a low for such a long time, and we had the ability to purchase some of that before we even started this, you can see that Bitcoin, when it hits its halving life, it has a consolidation period, and then it just goes on a run. So here was one halving period right here. Here was another halving period in 2016. And then here was the halving in May of 2020. And it's going to be March of 2024. So we're looking at roughly about 18 months. And if history repeats itself, there's going to be another run. And I'm just saying what the analysts are saying. You know, some analysts are saying bare minimum is going to be 100,000. So that's 5 times on the Bitcoin. But most analysts are closer to the 200 to 250,000. And that falls more in line with what the history has done. You know, back in 2016, it went to an all-time high of about 21. And then in 2020, hit the new all-time high of somewhere around 68, 69, somewhere in that area. So you can see that was about a 3.5 times gain. And so most analysts, if you go 3.5 times on the, let's call it 70,000, it'd be 210 to 220,000. So even just when you take the low number of the 100,000, that's still a pretty good gain based on Bitcoin now being at 20,000. So if you were to invest on the 2-year period, I think everything's going to work out really well here. I'm very confident in it. And that's why we've introduced this to the community. Well, in 10 days, we'll be reducing the amount of tokens that go out, which is 2,100 every 30 minutes. It's going to get cut in half. That's going to be 1,050 tokens every 20 minutes. So we also have an affiliate. Actually, that brings me to another announcement. Yesterday, the technician went in and got everything coded to be able to pay the commissions. So the commissions, the first time being paid out, is actually going to be later today. It's ready to go live. I just need to go check and verify that everything is okay. I'm doing that right after this call. So those of you that have been involved in the BTC staking, you're going to receive your first commissions. And the commissions are being paid in PPM. And we've encouraged people that are involved in this, okay? I know I'm saying a conflicting statement here, but I want to see you that are involved in this put money in your pocket and put it in your pocket right away. So I'm encouraging people, if you need to, take that PPM and go sell it. You've deserved it. You cannot sell more than what we're buying. See, $1,000 comes in, you'd be paid 10% in PPM at its current market value, okay? So if you go sell that 10%, it doesn't matter because we're buying back more than what we're paying out in commissions. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. So if you need money for, Thanksgiving and Christmas that's coming up, I highly encourage you, take those PPM because you've helped the community first and then put money in your pocket, okay? Introduce as many people as you wish. You can also see that on anybody that's on your level 2, you'll be paid a 4%. So this is just affiliate. Level 3 is 2%. And then from there, it goes into team growth and it looks at the team growth to 7 levels down. So there's a bonus pool that's split up on everybody that has teams that have gone down to 7 levels, okay? Once again, minimum purchase is 1,000, but there is the $250 option. Just to give you a heads up on the $250 option, you will only be paid Bitcoin once a year. So if you take the $250 option and you stake it for 1 year, you'll be paid Bitcoin one time at the end of the year. If you've done 2 years, at the end of the first year, 1 payment, and then at the end of the 2 years, your second payment. If you do 3 years, then there'd be 3 payments, okay? Because with the 250 and earning such a small amount of Bitcoin, I had to consider the gas fees and things like that. So it just makes sense that, hey, I can get in for 250 because I don't have a lot of money. I can introduce other people that are doing 1,000, 10,000. I can receive my commissions and I'll be paid my Bitcoin staking rewards in Bitcoin and have it all make sense. Okay. So anyway, as I just said, today will be the first time the commissions are paid. And then from that point, it'll all be in real time. So if you get your commissions today and then you sign up somebody else immediately an hour later, well, you'll have those commissions in basically real time. Okay. So once again, Bitcoin halving is on April 2024. And then the next PPM halving is November 12th. And we just feel like there's no way you get a better program with better timing. We have a full 18 months basically before the halving. And it's usually a few months after the halving is where the bull run happens in the Bitcoin. And also, over the last few days, you can see that the price of BNB, Shiba Inu, Ethereum, and all that has been going up. And I feel like in some of the European markets and the American market, because of the elections and things like that going on, that investors are starting to see to have some confidence and stuff. Because not only has things been rising, they've actually been holding as far as especially a lot of the Ethereum-based products. And even Bitcoin with its rise has been basically holding now at that at a new high, kind of like 20,500 and stuff, versus being in the 19,000 all the time. So once again, here's everybody predicting and all these analysts and stuff that are out there. And I caution you and just say, we don't like to put prices on anything or anything like that, but I can't see how. I can't say when, but when it does happen, it's not basically if, it's just when it does happen. I can't see Bitcoin going less than 100,000 when it goes on that next run. And if history holds true, it's going to be closer to the 180 to 250,000. So basically, in conclusion, this is basically a double hedge strategy, okay? If both stay the same value over the next 3 years, think about that. Everything just stays the same value. PPM doesn't go up over the next 2 to 3 years. Ha ha ha. And Bitcoin does not go up over the next 2 to 3 years. Ha ha ha. You'd still double you would still double your income. And when we looked at this program, people have asked us, so this question may be on your mind, so I just want to answer for you. People said, well, what if Bitcoin goes all the way down to $10,000? That's fine. Because what we would be doing is we'd be buying the Bitcoin when your commission is due. We would be buying the Bitcoin at spot price at the 10,000 and issuing it to you. And then all the Bitcoin that we have in reserve now, anything that we issue out, well, we had purchases at 18 and 19,000. So even if today, if I was to issue it, we're $1,500 ahead on that Bitcoin that we were issuing there. So I just wanted to make that very clear. So if they both do it 6 times, you know, then 10,000 would become 120,000. So at this point, I'm going to invite Frank to come on and just speak what his thoughts are about and how the communities, how they're feeling about it and people in the field and stuff. And Frank should have a nice commission here today. Hope you're looking forward to that, Frank.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Albert. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on the call. Really appreciate it. And, you know, you're so humble. We have such a great program and everything that you say. I've been in crypto since 2014. This project, our business is just set up so perfectly. And with these new programs and buy programs and the incentives that you've given is unbelievable. You're just trying to help people through this. I've never seen a altcoin. What I mean by an altcoin, just in case people don't know what that means, it's just a side coin of a Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, and it's a project. I've never seen a project with 1 million users that we have something very, very special. And Albert, yes, we've had some challenges as far as timelines and everything else, but man, you guys are continuing to improve the app. Everything's moving forward. Everything's going in the right place. And when you mentioned about the halving of Bitcoin and the pricing that Bitcoin's going to go, are having less supplies out there, that just means price is going to go up. And I know you're not really talking too much about the price, but I want to let you know, and especially for the people that are new in the crypto world, that this is a very strong thing, and having a utility and use case and 1 million subscribers to our app is unbelievable. The leverage that this company will have from that, and you're smiling because it's so true, and I take my hat off. Thank you for staying with the vision, I'm all about the project. I'm about the security and the privacy. The price will come. And for those folks that are selling, oh my God, I don't know what, unless you really need the tokens and the money, yeah, okay, go ahead and sell. But this is the absolute worst time. And I know I can say that. I'm not telling people not to sell, that if you need it, sure, go ahead and do so. But we're in this for the long term, guys. And I've never seen a utility token and a project like this with all the things that are coming with the marketing, the halving that's happening, the Bitcoin price going up. And when Bitcoin price goes up, that's when the altcoin prices go up as well. So the project's phenomenal. Albert, if it's okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions just from the field, because I've been knowing that some people are a little bit confused from the farming, the stake 1, the stake 2, and et cetera, and the
sure.
program. If you don't mind, that would really help the field, I believe.
Sure. So you asked me the question? Okay. So
yeah.
The farming on the stake version 1, if you've got any funds there, and we're leaving that open forever until every single person has harvested and removed. So there's no time frame. You know, a lot of these people, when they switch to a new version, they tell you, hey, by this day and this month, if you don't take it off, you're just going to lose it forever. That's not going to happen here. Okay. So anybody that's on version 1 on the staking of the farm, just simply harvest it, unstake it. It's automatically going back to your wallet, and then just go over to version 2 and then stake it. What we're ideally striving for on the algorithm, and the new one was put into place, but we still got a little bit of work to do on the 90-day one, what we're ultimately striving for, okay? And it's never going to be perfect, and it's always going to fluctuate each and every day. If we have 100 people come in and they do 1 million tokens staked, that's wildly going to fluctuate that day, what the percentage would be paid out, okay? And then if they were to unstake 500,000, once again, that would change the percentage. So, but what we're ultimately striving for is anybody that is staked for 90 days, that the percentage paid out would be about 4% to 9%. Okay. And then if it's on the actual 180 days, it'd be 9% to about 20%. And then on the 1 year, be about 18% to 30%. And when this new rendition of the logarithm came out yesterday or 2 days ago, we're very close. Right now, the 90-day though is going down all the way down to 2%. And we're just trying to get that bumped up. So it's a fine little balancing act that you got to do to try to get that to hit the minimum of like 4% on the 90 days and stuff. So did that answer the question? Everything about the
Yeah,
version 1, the version 2, and what we're trying to strive for? Okay.
Exactly. But the other thing I want people to understand that that's going to be new money that they put into staking and farming. Now, the pre-sale, there's people, I know there's people that are brand new coming on, and there's people that have been around for a year.
Yeah.
Albert, does anybody have to do anything in the old pre-sale farming? Do they just leave it alone? Can you just, the people that bought it?
In the pre-sale, remember, off of the smart contract, right now, currently, there are 252 tokens that are going over there into the pre-sale where you have the back office. This is the one you have to log into, okay? And when you log into that, 250 tokens are going there to pay people rewards that are holding the tokens there, okay? Some people are withdrawing those funds and taking them to the Web3 and staking them there. Probably better off just leaving them on the pre-sale farm, because I think they're it's about the same, or maybe just it's close to what you'd be earning and back in the farm. And as more people withdraw from the farm, then that means the 252 tokens are going to less people. So on that farm, no more new tokens can be added. You know, the pre-sale's over, so no new tokens can come in. The only thing that can happen is they go out, and that leaves the 252 tokens to be distributed. You know, and then keep in mind that once the half-life happens, it'd be 126 tokens that will now be going to the farm to reward them. And everybody can see the rewards that are coming in that are holding on the actual farm that you log into on the pre-sale.
Awesome. That's great, Albert, because I just wanted to clarify, and I wanted everybody to know that they don't have to do anything with the pre-sale on that farm. Everything else is brand new in the Web 3.0. So that's really clear to me, and I hope it's clear for everybody else. And we're really, really excited. And the marketing and advertising is just going to kick in, I believe, sometimes this week. You got 2 major folks that are coming in, which is really, really exciting, that are really influential. And I think now is the time to be purchasing coins, not to be selling. And I'm so excited about what's going on and all the new updates that are happening. And my team is growing rapidly, about 1,000 folks a day. And the reason I'm sharing this, because people need to hear that the enrollment, it's been unbelievable. Yes. Every day they're happening. Can you just share some light as far as, is the growth staying at 1 million, or are we doubling? What's happening? What's the growth like?
Right now, because of us carefully selecting through the bots and stuff like that, what we did is because we had so many countries attacking with bots, and what we wanted is we wanted an investor to come in, and we want Apple, anybody that wants to take a look and say, these are all real accounts. Okay. So what we did is we limited everybody to 20 enrollments a day. So we weren't getting these stupid things of one guy enrolling, 900 people in one day. So with the limited at 20 a day, if we see that they're using bot activity, we can shut it down. No harm was done, because in 4 days we've already caught on to what the person was doing. If anybody is running a campaign and they have a website campaign or a YouTube campaign, they contact us and say, look, I'm running a campaign. I'm going to go way over the 20 a day. Then we just remove those limits, and we know that it's a legitimate campaign that's going on. And if anybody sends any email or anything, then we raise their limits, because we know it's a legitimate account and stuff. So right now we're averaging just about 4,000 to 5,000. We're averaging about 4,000 to 5,000 a day. And as I was saying on the corporate call, if you would have told me 1 year ago that you will have a beta app, that beta app will go on to become a new app, the alpha app, and about 70% of the modules will be close to working within the first 1 year. You'll have 1 million downloads plus. So by the time our first year, we're gonna have 1,100,000. We'll have grown by 10% in less than 1 month from the time that we actually hit this 1 million mark. And that there will be certain companies that just raised what was the number? Oh, they just raised $55 million It looks like they're going to be able to take over and buy. They might buy Celsius. So I'm not going to tell you the name of the company right now. I'm telling you things they did because they survived the liquidity pool fiasco that's happened during all this time. So they raised 55 million. They said we only have 300,000 users, but we're really big in the Asian markets, African markets, and they're actually a USA company. And your 1 million users is very impressive. We would like to invest a few million of this money that we just brought on and do some type of partnership. So that's going on in the background also. And to have, to be able to take the other day, as I told everybody, I took 5 videos and I forwarded them to 15 people all at once. Well, so we got some features coming and happening. And I know that it was a really rough 5 to 6 month period where we couldn't even do registrations or anything. And to have all these features now that are up and working, 1 year that we released our own token, even having the token being at 21 cents, to have 1 million downloads, and to have the partnership that we have with Decryption Labs, to have one of these major marketing firms say, we believe in your project so much, and we've never seen anything like this with the 1 million downloads. You guys can just pay us all in tokens. As a matter of fact, we're going to demand that you pay us in tokens. Okay. And the other marketing firm that's going to be running all over social media, if you'd have said 1 year ago, this is the guarantee that we will give you, or you guys can fly on your own and see what happens, everyone on this call would have taken that guarantee. The 1 million downloads, the app being about 70% of the modules there, operating about 90% of the time right now. I mean, we're this close to where we are eventually going to be able to switch over and do all of our communication between all the leaders and everything on the PunkPanda app. We're this close right now to own our own messaging engine that was developed by the same people that developed the messaging engine for the military, the Army, one for the Navy in India, and one for the drone communications. And then we own the other 2. There were 5 of them that were developed. One is on the PunkPanda app, and the other one is in reserve for our Panda Meet, which is like the Zoom right here. Yep. Once again, if you'd have said, will you take this as a guarantee 1 year ago, everybody would sign up for it, especially the 1 million downloads. And think about this. But WhatsApp had the same problem too. They were basically shut down for 4 to 5 months in their first year where they couldn't do anything. As a matter of fact, the owner wanted to walk away, start another project. They begged him to stay on. They finally got over their hurdles in that first 1 year and went on to have about 1 million downloads, and then went on to do what they did. And so going through all of that. But the one thing is this, and you'll start to see this, especially when Half-Life happens, is that all of you that went through that 1 year with us received more tokens than anybody will ever receive in the future, because there was always a lower number of people and the highest number of tokens being available there and stuff. Could not have guessed that the problems would have lasted that long, that the things that we went through, but we got something very special on our hands. And the feedback when we're talking to these people now, and with the app up and going and stuff, it's just very, very, it's just so positive. To have a company that's just been around for years, they're a huge wallet, and they do liquidity. They operate really well in the Philippines and other third world countries, because the way they have the setup, you can actually walk into 7-Eleven and buy Bitcoin when you have this app. You can actually walk into pawn shops and sell your Bitcoin and stuff, and linking bank accounts is so easy. You can link multiple bank accounts, and it doesn't have to be your bank account. So they have some huge advantages out there. And those talks are taking place right now. So there just could not be a more exciting time where the crypto market is, what it's just doing here recently, and having our Half-Life come up and have these 2 marketing agencies. There's 2 strategies. One is managing our social media and stuff. So you're going to see much more activity on our actual social media, but to actually have this other one, the only thing they go after is very high-end clientele that is in the crypto markets and stuff. So, and all that's in place. It'll be going on for one company for 3 months and another company for 4 months. And both of them are just kind of getting started right now. And we're putting together the promotion for the November 12th anniversary as we speak. And on that very day, if you were receiving, 1 ppm every day, for the 24-hour period, you add it all up and it was 1. Well, you're going to see it's going to go very close to about 1/2. And that's going to help because the withdrawal amounts that people will be able to make now will be less and less. So it means less supply, higher demand, and the tokens are going to be used for more and more items for the utility cases as we go along. So, Frank, yep, go ahead.
That's so exciting. I'm really excited about all the things that are coming. All the things you're saying is so true, and I'm just so excited about it. If it's okay, I just want to share a couple things for the folks that haven't done it. Make sure your app is up to date. Make sure you go to punkpanda.io, folks. It's amazing that what I do with my team, when they tell me they have problems, I ask them if they cleared the caches. I've asked them they've done the updates. I've asked them they've gone to punkpanda.io, made sure their email's registered, make sure their name is correct in there, and it seems to solve a lot of problems. The new folks that are coming on board is getting easier and easier, Albert. And I know there's another upgrade right around the corner, so I'm really excited. And I'm really excited that that the project's moving forward. I'm seeing progress. I'm excited to see where this is going to go. And I can't wait for the celebration on November 12th. Thank you so much for having me here. Albert, I think now, yes. I just want to know, are we going to do this every week just so to let the audience know?
This is a real good time for me. Yes. And because basically app up and running and stuff now, I have a lot of free time. So I would like to start doing this weekly. Yes. And I think this is a really good time for me to be involved for this call.
Yep. Well, awesome. We really appreciate your support. And I want to put it out there to the field, to the leaders, make sure we get this room filled. I mean, Albert's time is so precious, guys. And we have people that are going to watch this video. I understand that in the markets, a lot of people are sleeping, but for the people in North America, hey, let's fill this room for Albert and for us and our team. And this is our company and our business. What are you doing for it? Let's share. Thank you so much, Albert.
And the format that I'd like to do, I think bringing in new people and doing an actual PunkPanda presentation, just kind of briefly go through it for 15 minutes and then talk about the BTC staking program and then open up for questions and answers. It'll be a great format.
I think that's fantastic. Thank you so much, sir.
We'll bring other leaders on and have them talk and stuff like that. So I guess, any more questions or anything else I should cover here, Frank?
No, I think that pretty covers it. Maybe just, do you have any update that's coming soon? Any update with the app at all? Because everybody wants to know. The only thing is, that's the big question is people, they can't search for contacts and do things like that and all that stuff. There's just a couple more things that need to be tweaked there. Is there another update coming around the corner?
With the contacts, I'm at a loss because Marcus talks more about the next features that are coming. I know that the next update, which should be any minute now, and as a matter of fact, as soon as we get off this call, it could be happening. The mining button is there, and I know things for the groups, like exiting the groups and not getting the messages. I know that's there. So things about the groups and the mining button, I know that are in that update. Search for contacts, I'm not sure.
All right, super. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yep. So let's throw it over to TW and have you close this out, sir.
All right. Listen, I lost my connection on my computer, so I'm on my phone. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but listen, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that we're excited about this program. Go out and promote it. Do your best. Get these commissions. Like Albert said, he's putting this in your hands so that you can benefit and actually get money, get paid off of PunkPanda right now as we speak. So this is what we're doing right now to help the community coming into the holidays. There's big commissions. I know Albert talked about one particular person, and maybe a few, having $5,000 in commissions waiting for them in a matter of days or so when this thing clicks over. So that could be you. That could be you doing the same thing right now by sharing this program. So with that being said, I'm not a host, so you guys are going to have to mute everybody and say goodnight to everyone, all right?
Good night, guys.
Okay, good night. Good night, Mikhail.
Good night, guys.
Yep.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Yep. Good morning, Malaysia. Good morning, Philippines.